Welcome to this presentation. Before we begin, I would like to introduce my YouTube channel, d.el.ed, where you can access a wide range of educational resources.
The channel is organized into playlists covering pedagogy, ICT, training reports, internship materials, and many other resources designed to improve classroom practices and support the professional development of both teachers and learners.
I warmly invite you to subscribe and explore the content to enrich your academic and professional journey. Let's start.
Hey everyone! So you're diving into the Meghalaya d.el.ed program, and you've probably heard a lot about the internship portfolio. It's a huge deal. But what exactly needs to go in it? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break it all down, step by step, so you can build a portfolio that really shows off your skills as a future teacher.
First things first, what even is a teaching portfolio? I mean, it's so much more than just a big folder of papers. You should think of it like a storybook or maybe even a movie of a child's learning journey. You're collecting their work over time, so you're not just getting a single snapshot, you're seeing the whole picture of their progress. It's how you spot where they're shining and where they might need a little extra help.
So, here's our game plan. We'll start with the basics of the portfolio, then we'll look at the big picture roadmap for your 2 years. After that, we'll zoom in on year 1, then year 2, and finally, we'll talk about how to put all those pieces together.
Okay, let's start with that 2-year roadmap. It is so important to get this straight. Your internship isn't just the same thing for 2 years straight. Nope, each year has a totally different focus, and the second year builds directly on what you did in the first.
Here's a good way to think about it. In your first year, you're basically a detective. Your job is to observe everything, document what you see, and analyze how the whole school system works. But then, in your second year, you switch roles. You become the practitioner. You take all that knowledge you gathered and you put it into practice, right there in a real classroom.
So let's really dig into that first year. What exactly are you supposed to be observing and documenting? This is all about laying the groundwork, building a solid foundation for everything that comes next. And listen, you're not just going to be a fly on the wall in the back of a classroom. Your job is to get involved in the entire school ecosystem. We're talking everything from the morning assembly to the midday meal program to big events like sports days. It's a complete 360-degree view of how a school breathes. And besides all the daily activities, you're also going to get a peek under the hood at the school's administrative engine. You'll be looking at things like attendance registers, report cards, and even cash registers. Now, why does that matter? Because understanding how a school runs on paper is just as crucial as seeing how it runs in the real world.
But here's where it gets really interesting. You don't just observe, you have to analyze. You'll be doing things like a case study on a specific problem or a critical analysis of a textbook. And all of this gets tied together in your reflective journal. That's your personal space to really think about and process everything you're seeing and learning.
All right, you've spent a whole year observing, analyzing, and reflecting. Now it's time for the big shift. You're going to take everything you've learned and step up to the front of the classroom.
This is it. This is the moment everything has been building towards. You're not just watching anymore. You are teaching. You'll be in a real classroom with real students, and you'll be responsible for creating your own lesson plans and bringing in your own teaching aids. It's the real deal.
So what goes into your second-year portfolio really comes down to these 4 key things: actually documenting your teaching, creating really detailed lesson plans, reporting on an educational visit you take your students on, and of course, continuing to keep that super important reflective journal.
And when we talk about lesson plans, they're not messing around. You need to create a total of 9 comprehensive unit plans or mind maps across different subjects. This is your chance to prove you can design a really thoughtful and effective learning experience for students.
Okay, you've done all the hard work. You've observed, you've taught, you've reflected for 2 full years. Now for the final leg of the race, putting it all together into one single, polished, professional portfolio.
The best way to think about this is like you're creating a book. You start with a great cover page and your official certificates. Then you need a table of contents so people can actually find things. Your introduction sets the stage, your conclusion wraps everything up, and all of your amazing reports and records, well, those are the core chapters of your story. Now here's a little pro tip that's going to make your portfolio look so much more polished. tense matters a lot. If you're documenting something that's ongoing, like an attendance log, you use the present tense. But if you're writing a report about something that's already happened, like a school sports day, you switch to the past tense. It's a tiny detail that makes a huge difference. And just remember what the ultimate goal is here. You're not creating two different portfolios for your 2 years. No. All of your work, from the very first day of year 1 to the last day of year 2, it all gets combined into one single comprehensive document. That one register is your final submission. So you do all of this work. I mean, it's a lot. But what's the point? What is the real purpose of this portfolio for you as a teacher who's just starting out?
When it comes right down to it, your portfolio is two things at once. First, it's a window that lets you clearly see your students' progress. But it's also a mirror. It reflects your own journey, your own growth as a teacher. It's the best tool you'll have to see just how far you've come, and more importantly, to light the way for how you can become an even better educator tomorrow.
This video is prepared by Shri B.el Nomsap, d.el.ed Thadlaskein. Once again, make sure to share, like and subscribe and give your valuable positive feedback and comments. Thank you.